I was the man the celestial queen had sworn to marry. But on the eve of our wedding, she listened to the venomous lies of my brother, Cain, and with a flick of her wrist, cast me down to the mortal realm. My sentence? To endure 10 lifetimes of suffering on the wheel of reincarnation. After endless torment, I finally clawed my way back to the celestial realm. The moment my eyes met her icy gaze, my very soul trembled, and I scrambled to confess the sins I had never committed. My queen, this wretch knows his error. This wretch never should have defied my brother. You and he are the ones who truly belong together. My heart belongs to a swine beast from the lower worlds. Later, when I severed my own celestial core and willingly descended into the underworld, the celestial queen, the woman who had hated me to the bone, humbled herself. She led the entire celestial host to the gates of the underworld to beg for my return. What? 10 lifetimes? After 10 lifetimes, I stood once more in the celestial realm, yet I didn't dare take a single step toward the queen's Elysian palace. I had been a mere mortal. By a twist of fate, I found the celestial queen, gravely wounded after a cataclysmic battle between gods and demons. I nursed her back to health, caring for her tenderly for a decade, and in that quiet solitude, a love bloomed between us. When she recovered, she brought my family and me to the celestial realm, vowing to marry me as a reward for saving her life. But that peace was short-lived. A petty argument with my brother was all it took. The queen and my own father cast me back into the mortal world to learn my place. 10 lifetimes of agony. I was reborn as a cripple, wasting away in despair. I was reborn as a pig, a dog destined only for the butcher's block. I became the laughingstock of the celestial realm. What are you waiting for? Get in there. Don't keep the queen waiting or she might add another lifetime to your sentence. My father's voice, sharp and cold, prodded me from behind. I turned to look at his face, a mask of frosted stone, and a bitter ache bloomed in my chest. I remembered him in the mortal world, a kind, gentle man who indulged my every whim and tantrum. Since entering the celestial realm, everything had changed. He grew colder by the day, his heart consumed by ambition and a lust for power. You deserved every moment of your punishment, he added, his voice devoid of warmth. It's what you get for running your mouth and trying to steal your brother's glory for saving the queen. Once I would have screamed, cried, and fought back. Now I just lowered my head in silence. 10 lifetimes on the wheel had extinguished every spark of defiance in me, grinding my spirit down to dust. I'd even come to believe that being a pathetic, cowering dog was a good thing. At least it meant I would live. Suddenly, the great doors of the palace creaked open. A violent, unseen force ripped me from my feet, dragging me into the hall before vanishing just as quickly. I crashed to the marble floor like a puppet with its strings cut. My soul, already fractured from the cycles of rebirth, screamed in protest, threatening to shatter completely. Pain? A white-hot, blinding pain. My cry of agony echoed in the vast throne room, yet no one, not a single soul, cared if I lived or died. My father acted as if he hadn't seen a thing. And there, upon the throne that marked her as the supreme ruler of the heavens, sat Seraphina, the celestial queen. Her expression was utterly indifferent, her eyes barren of pity or compassion. She was a goddess carved from ice. It was hard to believe she had once told me I was like the radiant sun, unique and irreplaceable in all the realms. You are in the presence of your queen, are you not going to kneel? My father's impatient voice snapped in my ear. Once my pride would have refused, I would have stood defiant to the last. Now I was the very picture of obedience. I scrambled to my knees, pressing my forehead to the cold floor. This wretch greets the queen. The silence in the hall stretched for an eternity before her voice, cool and distant, finally broke it. Raise your head. Fear cold in my gut.
Click the link on the homepage to watch the full follow-up for free.